Hey everybody, welcome to Techie World. Today we're gonna go over 7 futuristic car and bike concepts you must see the latest tech gadgets. Make sure to watch until the number 1 because it's one of the most amazing concepts I've ever seen. Car and bike companies have recently been telling us what the car and bike of 2021 will be like. Autonomous is one word used, electric is another, and it'll be connected to the internet too. Sound exciting? It is, but it's doubtful you'll find all of this on the forecourt in the next 7 years. Cars typically get completely redesigned every 5 to 7 years. However, the directions being proposed are a very good starting point to look even further and ask the question, what might the car of 2050 look like? The automobile in 2050 will be self-driving. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 7. Citroen 19 under 19. It's a car that looks like no other. Its pod-like cabin slung between enormous wheels, capped with old-school mudguards, its body part blue, part black, its headlights mere strips, and its glass nose recessed beneath them. A pair of slender pod-like objects burst from the rear of the roof to lend it the aura of a moon buggy. And it has the ground clearance of one of Citroen's old hydropneumatically sprung models riding at maximum height. The 19 under 19's black sill is high enough that you almost step up into the car before sinking into the bucket-like cluster of cushions that is the lower portion of the driver's seat. Those cushions look supremely comfortable, but because this is the stylish but undeveloped chair of a concept, they're a little lumpier than you might expect. Never mind, there is a rectangular steering wheel to divert your interest. It's trad Citroen single spoke hosting a not very readable sequence of color displays. Number 6. DS Aero Sports Lounge. Over the past decades, luxury has been associated with what we could call analog concepts: fine leather, wood veneer, exquisite quilting, and silky smooth fabrics. These days, however, luxury goes hand in hand with technology too. Sure, not everybody approves of that, but even the most fanatical skeptic might have second thoughts after getting a glimpse of the DS Aero Sports Lounge. DS Automobiles had a strong start of the week with the unveiling of its DS9 flagship model, and now it's doubling down on its Geneva reveals with the introduction of the Aero Sports Lounge. While the luxury sedan will go into production, this radically styled coupe SUV mashup is only a concept signaling the brand's EV ambitions. The vehicle demands your attention not only thanks to its sleek design, but also due to its sheer size, as the concept measures 5 meters (196.8 inches) in length. Number 5. Mimic Electric Superbike. Through the years, we've seen more than a fair share of Tron-inspired motorcycles, from actual prototypes like the new Tron from Parker Brothers to concepts like the more recent LDR. Mimic falls in the latter category. It comes with a very clean, outstanding design that places emphasis on cutting down on all unnecessary trims. The body is curvy with LED lights here and there, adding that extra touch of futuristic, while the clean lines and the eye-shaped headlights create the impression of speed even when it's not in motion. It's almost as if a puma is about to launch an attack. The same minimalist approach is obvious in the cockpit, which, based on the renders, is replaced with a single display showing vital stats. And now we get to the silly part. Dolzenko says he drew up Mimic on a napkin before converting it into a render with 3ds Max. So here's a hint of this being a very spontaneous project. Hastiness should not be a proper excuse for designing a bike that's only half functional. If you check out the gallery above, you'll notice the bike can't turn. So much for hoping this bike makes it past the concept stage. Number 4. Biohybrid Bike. The Pedelec was developed by Biohybrid GmbH, a Nuremberg-based mobility startup featuring 4 full suspension wheels, 2 comfortable seats, a large windshield with a wiper, plus a roof that is as comfortable as a small car, but as agile and sustainability-focused as a classic e-bike. And of course, like the latter, it can be operated with a driver's license and travel on the same bike paths. The Biohybrid Duo is a canopied pet pedelec and may be operated with a driver's license both on bike paths and on streets or roads. Number 3. Hyundai Elevate. Hyundai has thought through a business case for the machine it's calling Elevate, or the ultimate mobility vehicle. The platform itself puts the four wheels on the ends of robot legs with 5 degrees of freedom, meaning they can move in just about any direction. Propulsion comes from electric motors mounted inside each wheel hub, like on the Mars Curiosity rover. When the legs are folded under the vehicle, the Elevate can travel at highway speeds, almost resembling a normal car. But it looks cleverest and scariest when it rises up to full height using the wheels as feet. It can replicate the walking patterns of both mammals and reptiles, so it can stride across most terrains confidently, even snow and ice, with the wheels turned sideways as non-slip pads. Imagine a car stranded in a snow ditch 10 feet off the highway being able to walk or climb back to the road, says David Byron, design manager at Sundberg Farrar, the Detroit-based design studio that worked with Hyundai to develop the concept. Number 2. Bell Nexus. The 6,000-pound Nexus comes equipped with a 150-mile range, a top speed of 150 miles per hour, expansive windows for someday to be dazzled passengers, an augmented reality-enhanced flight experience, and most importantly, a grounding in reality that will likely prove to be the envy of all air taxi startups. The Nexus, whose interior Bell showed at last year's CES, will use 6 tilting ducted fans powered by a hybrid electric propulsion system, with wings helping supplement lift in forwarding flight. The actual duct casings themselves will contribute lift during horizontal flight as well, but the Nexus will rely on the 6 8-foot diameter fans for forwarding thrust and, while pivoted to the horizontal, takeoffs and landings. Inside, flight information or sightseeing data will be projected on the windows or through goggles for passengers, but Bell's real advantage is experience, as the company behind the V-22 Osprey and V-280 Velour tiltrotors, as well as decades of military and civilian helicopters. It knows its way around the design and manufacturing of vertical lift aircraft. That CV makes it stand out in a young industry filled with startups. That industry is based on the idea that quiet, efficient, and safe air taxis, aka flying cars, with electric power and high-tech control systems will allow safe operation by either computers or human pilots with minimal specialized training. That, the thinking goes, will drop commute times from hours to minutes. Nexus represents what Bell says is its all-in commitment to that future. No road-based solutions will be as scalable, quiet, clean, and fast enough, says Michael Thacker, Bell's VP of Technology and Innovation. It's more than a two-dimensional world. Small urban aircraft can play a role where current solutions cannot keep up with our needs. Number 1. Continental BEE. Automotive manufacturers always aim for the unthinkable when designing cars. Continental is no different, as they turned to nature when they were coming up with the concept of BEE. In full, the concept car is called Balanced Economy and Ecology. This concept car will be a part of a network of driverless vehicles, which functions in similarity to worker bees. The concept car is designed as a two-person vehicle. It embraces the technological trends in the field as it uses electricity as its power source. The BEE is expected to attain top speeds of around 38 miles per hour. The BEE battery will power the vehicle over a distance of 300 plus kilometers without flatlining. The autonomous vehicle will make use of regular smartphones, as users will need an app to summon the car. According to Continental, the period between summoning a car and its arrival will be a span of a few minutes. With the release of BEE, Continental aims to create a public transport system that caters to the needs of everyone. During a virtual reality video demo of the BEE, people were able to see how the car adapted to the needs of different people. The video showed the car opening its door and lowering itself for a person using a wheelchair to get in. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the following videos here.